First things first, let me make it abundantly fucking clear that I will never waver from my commitment to support myself and the community in achieving a safer, kinder, more equal space in this world. I am not self-loathing. I have not internalized prejudice. And I am not shielding hateful intent using my queer status. But someone who cares for our place in this world needs to address the intensifying cultural psychosis within the queer community, where perception over experience is now the defining point of identity, especially among trans people. A developing separatist expansion of nearly every element in standard sexuality and gender identity has inadvertently devalued the suffering and importance of innateness of LGBT plus identity. In a naive attempt to expand, welcome, queer culture incautiously opened the door to an infestation of social constructionism. In other words, anyone can be anything regardless of a lack of scientific support. And no, I'm not referencing trans people, so don't get confused. Keep listening. We are internally exposed to people who know nothing of our suffering, nothing of our strife in fighting for acceptance and equality. These vultures who regularly attempt to hijack our experience with their manipulations of an imagined eligibility fucking criteria for what defines a sexuality or gender identity. For me personally, what deteriorated my relationship with the LGBT plus community and the left wing community in general is the dangerous exclusionary response to non-conformity around mass acceptance. It's all fun and games for everyone to want a place. Great. Love the enthusiasm. Join the fucking club. Until, okay, until society grows overwhelmed and can no longer differentiate born characteristics to selective preferences. Again, not referencing trans people, I am trans, but problematic types of trans identifying people definitely fall into the category. Even when you are openly supportive of equality for everyone, which I am within reason, you are expelled the moment you display some individuality. Again, the queer community was built on the foundation of equality and education. Our predecessors, when criminalized, were beaten, raped, and murdered just for existing. So many lives are still lost today to suicide, bullying, rejection from loved ones. And man, even if you're still breathing, when you face every abuse under the goddamn sun, that decays a person's spirit and will to live. What should be a community focused on universal freedom and peace for all our siblings is now imperialized by a bunch of Anglo alt leftists doing what they do best: and colonizing their way into erasing other people's goddamn fucking identities. And I'm here to say, not me, motherfucker. Look, listen, I have to be at work like 10 minutes ago. I have been removed from queer groups for addressing issues around the fetishization of trans people. I'm referencing you, transgender shitposting Facebook group. You think closeted right-wing men objectify us? Try openly white trans women making repulsive jokes about their addiction to trans women's penises. Imagine a film group. Imagine a film group removing you for pointing out their fat shaming. Imagine expressing a concern, not sarcastically, not contrarianistically, and be met with vehemence, ignorant ranting, and ad hominem attacks because these people are so fragile and afraid to leave their bubble. Imagine not being an extremist, an alt-right hater, being someone who wants peace in the world and your own community responding to you with the same grotesquerie as the people who wish you never existed. Mate, listen to me. I have been to several pride marches in my life, and I'm only 31. I attended an anti-apartheid, fucking can't pronounce that word, protest for Palestine when the world didn't even fucking know what was happening. This was 15 years ago. I have given my entire life to protecting and safeguarding the queer community. I have received very little back. Not from queer charities, nothing from queer communities, nothing from even most of the queer people I have ever met. In fact, I've even had queer people mistreat me, purposefully misgender me because I didn't respond to their message right away. I've had people alienate me, get me fired from a job because I did not want to be their friend just because he was gay. You do not understand the extremity of the toxic nature that exists within the LGBT plus community. And look, I'm not against saying LGBTQIA plus. It's just easier for me to say LGBT plus. But you have no fucking idea. But look, this post isn't for the pieces of shit that I'm referring to. This post is for those of you who are in the same situation as me. I'm not talking those filled with hatred, those who disrespect someone and treat them badly because they don't fit a particular box within the LGBT community or within the binary understanding of the world. No, I'm talking to those of you who are individuals with opinions and beliefs that may vary to the next person and have been mistreated for being different, for not being a cookie fucking cutout. You think it's the one group in the world where acceptance is universal, and you'd be wrong. And that is the first part of why I am a socialist conservative. We need reform. We need positive role models in this community because we are deteriorating. Thank you. Really. Thank you for listening, for sticking with me on this journey. Thank you.